Hey guys, Geno Zero, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land, whatever part of the world that you are in. Okay, we're going to start a little video series about raising rabbits. And please keep in mind, I am not a certified rabbitologist or an animalologist or any of that kind of stuff. These are just my personal opinions and my personal preferences on how we do our rabbits and why we do our rabbits, and some of the gear that we use for our rabbits. Um, I've had a couple of people have asked me, they said they'd like to get into raising rabbits, and where do we start? So that's where we're going to start with this video series. The very first video here is going to be about why do I want to raise rabbits, what kind of breeds can I look at, and what kind of gear should I have to get started with. So the first question is why do we want to start raising rabbits? There's a whole bunch of different reasons, everything from pets to food. We do both. We raise rabbits that, like these rabbits here, these are called mini Rexes. These are not for food. These are for pets. They could be for food, but most of the time we sell these as pets. We'll sell them on Craigslist, sell them on Facebook rabbit groups. We even know a dude that's got a pet store that will get some rabbits for us from us. And if we need feed, then a lot of times we can do a store credit swap for rabbits for feed, whatever we need, whether it be dog food or other kind of critter food. And it works out pretty well. You'll just have to look in your area to see what's available in your area, to where if you're going to try to make a little bit of a business, to make a little bit of money, to try to see what's available. We do both. We, like this rabbit up here, should be giving birth here in about a week or so. The reason that we did that is to make sure we have Easter bunnies. When Easter comes, we'll have some bunnies available for folks who want to buy their children Easter bunnies, or somebody's looking for a new pet rabbits, and so on and so forth. Some folks want to get into breeding rabbits for meat, and that's okay. That's when you look into the larger breeds of what they call meat rabbits. We have California, New Zealand crosses. We have Flemish Giant. We have Champagne d'Argents. We have New Zealands and Californians. Those are all bigger breeds of rabbits that are bred mainly for meat purposes, for if you're going to raise and butcher your own meat. But we'll get into that in a later video. So once you decide why you want to raise rabbits, then the next step is, what will I need to get started? You can't just go get a rabbit and bring it home and not have any place to put it, or not have anything to feed and water and so on. So this is what we have up here. These are the kind of cages that I like. My buddy Greg built these for us. It's got a nice open area, and then it's got what we call the little hidey hole, because rabbits are by nature a prey animal. Everything in the world is trying to eat these rabbits in the wild, everything. So they're skittish in the fact that they like to have places where they can go and jump in and hide and be out of the way. Plus, it helps them stay out of the weather. It gives them a smaller area where they can huddle up in when it's really, really cold. And generally we will put some hay or straw in ours, so that way they can go and kind of hold up and corner in the back and keep themselves warm with their body heat. We don't have a whole lot in here right now because she's expecting to have babies, and we're going to put it in a couple of days. We'll put fresh hay in there so she can start pulling hair and lining her nest in her nest box. This is also a built-in nest box. And if we have trouble with one of the rabbits who starts using this as an outhouse and they start pooping and peeing inside here, then all we got to do is take another little board and cover this entranceway for a few days until they find them a new spot to go inside the cage, and then we can open this up again. And underneath each one of these cages, we have these little sheets of 10 or whatever it is that you have laying around that you can easily pull out and empty the rabbit manure. And save your rabbit manure, because it is garden gold, man. It works really, really good in garden. It is what they call a cool manure, which means you can throw it right on your garden and plant right into it. So, what are you doing there, Squirrely? Her name is Squeaky. Okay, so you're bringing home your rabbits and you're planning on breeding them. If you're planning on breeding your rabbits, then you're going to need one cage for your female, one cage for your male, and then you'll also need to get another cage for your grow outs. So you're going to need 3 sets of cages. You'll need 3 different types of watering, watering system for each cage. We just use these bottles here like this. That's got the little nipples on them that they go up there and they lick and the water comes out. And these are at most pet stores, supplies, and most feed stores will have these. And then they just snap onto your cage like that so that the rabbits can come and get a drink whenever they want. And then the same thing with the feeders. These feeders that we use, they just fill from the top, and then the food settles down into the little feed bowl part, and they can eat as they like. So you'll need to have 3 of these if you plan on breeding. 1 for your male, 1 for your female. A lot of people, they do the communal rabbit thing, and that's okay. And that's what that's what works. That's what works. This is my personal preference. I like to keep the rabbits separated. That way we don't have any unexpected pregnancies. Because you'll get that with a community of rabbits. They'll just do what rabbits do, and that is propagate quickly. So anyway, we have 1, and then we have our male down here, and then we'll bring the female to the male so that they can do their thing. We never want to take the male to the female because that's usually going to end up in a fight rather than a good time. They're very territorial, and they're very keen on their own scent, and they have their own thing going on in their own little space. So the females are a lot more territorial than the males are. If you bring a female rabbit to the male cage, he's going to be like, hey, baby, and they're going to get it on. You take the male to the female, she's like, I got some stinky dude in my house, get out! Then bad things happen. So, okay. And then you'll have a pen also, which you have empty for your grow outs. Once the babies reach about 5 or 6 weeks, you can wean the babies, and you'll take them from their mother's cage, put them in the grow out cage, and then you will distribute them to wherever from the grow out pen. Each rabbit also has some little toys, just a little stick of some sort, a little chew thing that they can kind of flick around and chew on because they are in the rodent family, and their teeth are continually growing, and they got to have something to gnaw on to keep their teeth in check. So we just throw little sticks in there, and little chunks of wood. What are you doing there, Squeaky? What are you doing, Squeaky? Just those little sticks, and you'll see where they chew on them and stuff, and whenever it needs to be replaced, then just replace it. See, she went and jumped in her hidey hole. So there we have it. I don't know if I missed anything on this one. We've covered the cages. We've covered, make sure you have 3 if you're going to not do the communal thing. And we use the same size cages for all of our rabbits, including the meat rabbits. They are a little larger, but they don't need a whole lot of space. And you can make a lot of rabbits in a little bit of space. So, like I say, these pet rabbits, we'll sell them this coming spring and make some spring income, along with chickies and everything else that we do. And there you have it. We have these outside. Our meat rabbits are in a barn, and they're very well protected inside the barn. These rabbits are a little more exposed since they're outside. So we have this big piece of green tarp, vinyl type stuff, that when it gets cold and it starts to rain, we just pull this down in front and let it hang in front of the cages. That way the rabbits don't get rained or snowed on, because wet, cold rabbits will usually equal dead rabbits, unless you have like the snowshoe hare type northern country breeds going on, which we don't. So you want to make sure that the area that you put your cages is warm in the winter, cool in the summer, and dry. So there you have it. In the summertime, we have little computer fans that we run off a solar panel that blows through each cage that keeps these rabbits cool in the summer. And I think that's it for now on this particular one on why we breed rabbits and how to get started. So once you have answered those questions on why you want rabbits, then you can go to the next stage, and is getting prepared to bring the rabbits home. Have your cages ready, have your feed and water ready. That way, as soon as you bring the rabbit home, you can introduce them to their new area, and they can spend the next week or so making it smell like themselves and making it their own, and then you can start going to the breeding from there. So hope that helps. We will continue this series in the next couple weeks sometime with maybe the meat rabbits, and we'll go from there. So questions or comments, feel free. You guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. God bless. The end. Buzz, buzz, the end.